Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is having a warm day, a warm rest of the week, and at least enjoying the beautiful snow outside. But don't go outside. It's very, very cold. It's freezing outside. So this week's parasha is Beshalach. The Jewish people are traveling outside in the desert after they left Egypt on the way to Israel, and they have a problem. The Egyptians change their mind. They start chasing after them, and the Jewish people run into the ocean. They sit right in front of the Red Sea, and they don't know what to do. And they start praying, because that's what a person does. He prays when he's in distress. And God said, don't pray, I got this. Don't worry about this. And all of a sudden they turn around and the sea opens up and the sea splits and the Jewish people walk through and the Egyptians chase them afterwards and then get swallowed up by the sea itself. But the commentaries, they asked the question that seemed like God said, oh, don't pray right now. Why should they not pray? Praying is something we always do. And I heard a beautiful answer that God was opening up our minds a little bit. That sometimes we pray for things, but we pray for things that we think God has a certain boundaries, certain limits. I don't know what they were praying for. They definitely were not praying the sea should open, because that's not something that was on their mindset. They're praying for the Egyptians to turn around, maybe pray to beat them in a war, and God said, listen, you can pray for that stuff, but I have something better up my sleeve to help you out, because God's strength is limitless, and even the things which we don't think God could possibly do, he can do anyway. And that was a lesson from the splitting of the sea that, of course, praying is important, but don't limit my power, God says, to your prayers. I could do even more than you even think. We'll now continue with the singing of Lechadodi, the song we sing Friday night, written by the great Rabbi of Shlomo Alkabitz in the late 1400s. Lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela lechadodi Lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekavila Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad Hishmiyanu kel hamyuchad Hashem echad Ushma hoyachad L'shem ol sefer ez v'lesilah Chadodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekavela Lekras Shabbos l'chuvin elcha Ki hi mekor haberacha Meirosh mikedem nesucha Sof ma'aseh b'machshavot chila lechadodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekavela mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzi mitoch ha'afecha Rav lach sheves b'yemekabacha v'hu yachamol Alayechem la lechadodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekavela Hisnari me'afar kumi Livshi bigdei sefartei chalmi Al yad ben yishai beis halachmi Karva el nafshi giyahala lechadodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Hisahoreri Kiva horechu meyori Uri shir daberi Kavod Hashem alayich nigla Lechadodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela V'hayulim shisa shahosayich V'rachaku kameh v'halayich Yasis alayich elokayich Kim soscha sanal kala Lechadodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekavela yamin usmal tehefrotzi v'yes Hashem daritzi al yad ben yishai beitz alochmi karva el nafshi giyala lecha
Dodi likras kala. Oneg Shabbat nekavela bawi b'shalom. Atares ba'ala gamberino v'tzahala. Tochem uneyam segula bawi kala. Bawi kala lecha dodi likras kala. Oneg Shabbat nekavela.
A similar idea we find later in the parsha. After the Jewish people pass the sea and they're on their way to Egypt, so they run out of food. Their food supplies run short, obviously, after a short amount of time. And they ask Moses, to Moshe, they say, what are we going to eat? How are we going to get food? And Moses said, don't worry about it. God will provide. And they say, how will God provide? And all of a sudden, the next thing they know, manna, food comes down from the heaven. And every single day, food comes out. But just the right amount. Not more, not less, exactly what they need. Because this is to teach them another lesson as well. God takes care of you today. What about tomorrow? Just because food fell today, who says food's going to fall tomorrow? The answer is food will fall tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. To show us that we don't have to worry so much ahead in the future. Yes, a little bit. To plan ahead to the future is obviously important to plan, but to worry, if God took care of you yesterday, and He took care of you today, He could take care of you tomorrow as well.
We're now finished with the singing of Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'es Nasa B'Chefso Kol Azai Mehelech Shemo Nikra V'Yacharei Kechlos HaKol Levahado Yimloch Nora V'Haya V'Hoveh Lo yeh b'sefara v'hu echad v'yein sheni. Hamshilo lehachvira v'li reishes v'li sachlis v'lo ha'od v'hamizra v'hu keli v'chai go'ali. V'tzorchev li b'yeis nasa v'hu nisi umanosli minas kosi b'yom ekra b'yahado avkid ruchi v'yeis ishan v'yahira v'yem ruchi gev'yasi ado shem li v'lo v'ira. And have a happy and healthy week. Great weekend, a great Shabbat. We'll see everybody next week.